What's up, guys? I don't know about where you're living right now, but we are in a heat wave in Los Angeles, California. It always happens around this time in August. There's 2 to 3 weeks that are just obscenely hot. So that's why there's a little change up in scenery, because I brought it inside. I'm in the dining room of my house, usually out in the garage in the studio, as you guys usually know, with that hate it or love it for LA right now. But we're gonna stay inside because I don't wanna melt, because our normal 70, 80 degrees that I'm comfortable with for our summer months has now jumped past 90 degrees. And if you're in the valley, I'm feeling for you, because it's getting over 110 plus degrees there, especially if you don't have AC, because I'm standing under my vent right now and it's wonderful. But I hope you have a ceiling fan. But as you know, guys, I've been dropping some videos on not only how to be prepared as a buyer, check those out, how to be aware of a seller and what you need to know in order to be selling for top dollar and fast in this market, as well as what to know if you're moving out to LA. And I've already dropped another video for you guys, 5 things I hate about LA. I've been a Cali native for 40 years, born and raised in San Fernando Valley, now living on the west side of Los Angeles. And I've seen it all, folks. And I used to be in the music industry before that. But now I'm going to jump into the 5 things I absolutely love about LA, love about living here, raising my family here. And we're going to get into that right now. What's up, guys? It's Eric Haas with EXP in sunny Southern California. Hope you guys are doing fantastic, staying safe, staying at home, and if you're out and about, I know you're wearing that mask. Now, super stoked to have you here with me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't already, please, my friends, like, comment, and smash that subscription button, because that lets me know to keep delivering absolutely great content and value to you guys, as well as lets YouTube know that you're feeling me and gets me out across a whole lot more people. So make sure you're doing that for me, because I'm here to make sure you're completely dialed in on the west side real estate market for Los Angeles, as well as what this pandemic is doing to our west side real estate market, and tips, tricks, and strategies you as a buyer, seller, or investor can be implementing in this market, or any market for that matter, to stay successful. So keep it dialed in here, because I'm going to drop the 5 things that I absolutely love about LA. And hey, I got something to say, because I've been here 40 years and I think I can preach on it. So stay tuned. I'm about to dial it in for you guys. All right, guys, let's get into that 5 things I love about LA. And hey, let's talk about the first one that has me inside right now. It's the weather. And usually it's a nice 70, 80s throughout the summertime, but we're hitting a patch in August where it just jumps through the roof into the 90s here on the west side and over 110 plus in the valley. So make sure you've got that AC and that ceiling fan, especially know where you're moving to. If you're considering moving to LA, pick your neighborhoods accordingly, because the weather can extravagantly change accordingly, because I'm at a 10 to 15 degree decrease compared to the weather in the valley. So it's a much more accommodating 90 plus degrees, but when you get to the valley, that's just like it's peeling off of you almost with that heat. It feels like Vegas, and that's definitely not something I want to endure. But again, it's only 3 weeks out of the year usually. Usually summertime is a nice 70, 80s all the way through. Even springtime we have that, and if it's not cold enough for you, then it gets into the 60s too during springtime, and our winter really kicks in during December. Yeah, November is still kind of warm, and I've even found myself up in Palm Springs enjoying the heat. And still during November, when you think that hey, it's fall and everyone else in the rest of the country is freezing their butts off, but winter really kicks in December and carries through to January and starts to trickle off in February, but it really just gets down to the 50s and 60s, and at night it might trickle into the 40s, but that's about it. And again, though, we live in California, so it is going to get really hot, because it's a desert land, and it's going to get cold at night, just like a desert is supposed to be. Now, when we do get rain, it may throw off some events here and there, but it's not something that we get totally upset over, because we know we need rain here. We don't get a lot of it here in LA. We're always hurting for rain, and so hopefully, this next year we're going to have a ton of it. But, that's not something that gets in the way. And definitely you're not going to be shoveling any snow unless you're up in the mountains. But right here in LA, there's no snow. In fact, I haven't seen snow in LA on the ground since I was in 3rd grade. That was 32 years ago. So you're not going to worry about shoveling snow. And if you do get any snow, trust me, it'll be gone by afternoon and completely melted off. So my friends on the East Coast and Midwest, this is the place to be if you want to get away from that cold and shoveling of snow. I know I don't want to do it. And funny enough, wintertime, December, is actually the peak season for transplants moving to Los Angeles. And we pretty much have about 100,000 plus people moving here from the Midwest and East Coast on a yearly basis. And why? Because of the weather, because it allows for us to do whatever we want on a yearly basis pretty much every single day 365 a year. You can't get any better than that. And even in our winter months, you can still find yourself snowboarding in Big Bear and jumping in the ocean in the evening. I mean, it's the best thing ever. I love the weather here. It gets a little hot sometimes, but those are bearable, and it's only 3 weeks usually, and with the AC on, it's nothing to worry about. Let's get into number 2. Now, my number 2 thing that I love about LA is that you can escape everything, the hustle, the bustle, the craziness, the nightlife, the going to bars, the clubs. If you want to get completely away from that, let me tell you, my friends, my second favorite thing about LA is all the outdoor opportunities that are right here available to you. And LA is a great place where it has completely so many different arteries connecting it throughout the state that you can find yourself in wine country, up in Solvang if you want a quick drive to enjoy some wine tasting. It's, again, the only place really in the States that you can enjoy snowboarding and the beach in the same day. You can actually get out of LA with your RV and your off-roading vehicles and hit the ATVs on the dunes out in Baja, as well as hitting Joshua Tree for a camping experience, or one up in Yosemite as well. Plus, we've got fishing galore, whether you're going to go deep sea fishing or hit, say, a lake in Lake Arrowhead. There's so many opportunities available. Hiking is just everywhere, and even rock climbing as well. Obviously, that is extremely popular. LA, again, offers so many outlets to get out of the city and experience nature and be outdoors and really take in things that you normally wouldn't consider LA. I mean, LA is the entertainment capital of the world. We all know that. So we just think it's full of celebrities, that it doesn't offer anything else besides that, or the tech or the aerospace. But the great thing about LA is that you can escape it to these outdoor adventures. And let me tell you, there's some of the most amazing fun times you can have, either by yourself or with your family for that matter. And again, that is why LA is such a phenomenal place, because not only can you enjoy nightlife, but you can enjoy the outdoors of nature that really can bring you back to who you are and give you a break from the craziness that we all experience as a result of living here in Los Angeles. If you're not looking to get out to the outdoors, I get it. It takes a little preparation, a little planning. So my third favorite thing about LA is that there are so many things within walking distance, within an Uber, within just a short drive even. And if you're in LA and you're looking to get out and about at night, nightlife is no better than in Hollywood or even over in Santa Monica. It's all really what you're looking for. In Hollywood, we've got some of the best clubs and nightlife. Also in downtown LA, there's some amazing clubs and bars as well. And if you're really looking to, get a little dressed up, have some fun, and blow off some steam with some beautiful drinks and music and dancing and beautiful people all around you, there's not a better place than Hollywood or downtown LA to make that happen. And also, Hollywood, downtown LA, and the West Side for that matter, offers an amazing assortment of restaurants as well. So you foodies out there, if you're looking to try the most eclectic, diverse, culturally infused opportunity for restaurants and foodies out there, this is the place to be. There's a ton of people always coming here. We've got transplants from all over the country and all over the world, just bringing in mixed mosh of different perspectives and ways of presenting food. It's amazing. And then on top of that, creating art is a whole nother thing here. We've got art galleries out the wazoo. They are happening at night too, with great events, and a lot of the times they cater with wine and champagne and beer and appetizers as well. So really, there's something for everyone. There's car clubs meeting at night too. There's races going on. You could be hitting up a baseball game, a soccer game, an NFL game, NBA, NHL, you name it, we've got it here in LA. And everything that you can imagine runs from the coast to downtown LA, with the club experience, the sports bars, maybe something that's a little more high-end with a bar with the meticulous crazy drinks that everyone's coming out with as well. But also, California is also legal for marijuana. Yes, folks, can't hide that from you. There are restaurants out there for that as well now. So everything for anyone out there. It's a great place to really be entertained and experience something like you've never seen before. And if you're here and you live here already, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what makes these opportunities and experiences pop here for me in LA, whether you're at a bar, club, dancing it up, having a wonderful drink, or eating at a restaurant, or enjoying some amazing art, or whatever you may be getting into, let me tell you, the other most amazing thing about LA, the fourth thing that I love about LA, is the diversity of people, because there is every single kind of person you can imagine here in Los Angeles, and they are bringing diverse gifts with them and exposing Los Angeles to those diverse gifts, whether it's through music, art, food, whatever, you name it. This is a melting pot of so many diverse cultures coming together, living together. And there's also little areas too that are designated to those cultures as well, like Little Ethiopia, Little Armenia. We have Chinatown, we have Japantown as well. And these are things you might not be aware of, but we do have a plethora of cultures coming together. I mean, this is just such an amazing melting pot here in Los Angeles, because it's not only transplants of, all 50 states, but we've got people from Canada, Mexico, all over Europe, the Middle East. I mean, it's just a fusion of people coming together, and you get to learn a lot of things too, because certain things that a culture is into that you may not be into, you get exposed to that, and it's such an amazing opportunity to not only be having that chance to experience and be exposed, but to learn, and also learn how to work cohesively with different cultures, all working together, all trying to achieve the same American dream and all be successful at the same time. And I tell you, my friends, you will meet some of the most amazing people here in LA. I get it, a lot of times people like to deem LA as like giving you the cold shoulder, but it is what you make it. And if you're out there, you will definitely have the opportunity to meet some amazing people. They all come in different walks, shapes, and sizes and everything, but LA really is an opportunity to really expose yourself to things that you may not have experienced with other cultures, and learn to cohabitate as well together and make it the most, so that we're all, again, getting that American dream. All right, guys, my fifth and final thing that I love about LA is the fact that people have this ambitious nature to them. They want to always improve. They always want to stay motivated. They want to level up and learn no matter what business they're in, because LA is just a melting pot of people who have dreams and aspirations, and they're all trying to find ways, the steps that it takes to get to those dreams and aspirations. And let me tell you, there's been plenty of people that have gotten their dreams, as you can see, with the way that real estate is here, and homes costing anywhere from $1 million to $100 million plus. You obviously know that there's a lot of motivated people here who are staying on top of their game, leveling up always to make sure that they are a success. And it goes to show, as you see throughout LA, not only the homes that are huge, but the amazing cars that you see throughout LA too. Supercars, exotic cars, tricked out cars. I mean, this is all because, people are finding success, and there's a lot of networking opportunities here too, and you never know who you're going to meet that might be able to give you an opportunity. And that's the beautiful thing about LA. So if you're coming out here too and you don't happen to know anybody, get dialed into those networking events and groups that are dialed into the industry or say passion that you're into, because it's really easy to get connected real quick, and especially with all the social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. That's a great starting point too, to get into these networking groups or find people with similar interests when you're moving out here, so that when you're here, you already got a way to go and have a path to follow, because you can get lost in Los Angeles, don't get me wrong, but it is a place where you are going to completely surround yourself with ambitious people who are looking to make a name for themselves, and that energy is definitely something that you'll feed off of too, and it'll attract you, and it'll cause you to rise to the occasion as well. And that's the beauty of LA, but you got to be open to it as well. You got to be able to put yourself out there and not worry about what anyone's thinking, because at the end of the day, the people who make it in LA are those people living in those big ass houses and driving those fancy cars, and they didn't care what anyone said. They had an idea, they had a passion, they found the steps, they connected with the right people, which is totally present here in LA, and they made that dream a reality. So my friends, that was the fifth and final thing that I love about LA. You can make your dreams come true here. You can anywhere in the country, but here in LA, entertainment capital, tech industry, haven, aerospace, right here, right now. This is the spot, and I hope you guys found tremendous value, because I'm here to deliver that to you, because I've been here for 40 plus years, and for me, LA is the best place to live. There's other places that, sound nice, but the thought of snow, or even Florida with the humidity, no thank you. I love it right here in Los Angeles, and this is where I'm going to stay, raise the family and everyone. So if you ever have questions about LA, anything at all, leave a comment. Happy to help you out. Thinking about relocating as well, ready to buy that house out here by the beach, I got you covered, and it doesn't have to be by the beach. I got the whole LA covered for you. Until next time, you have a blessed one. Take care and stay safe.